All right, welcome everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit that sub button immediately. Uh, you're not going to want to miss the jaw droppers I got coming out this summer. Believe me when I tell you. As for this video, you're going to see some creepy things. These are clips from the TV show Frasier. This specific episode aired back in March of 2001. March 6th to be exact, which is 3-6 or 3 sixes, just like you see on John Glenn's forehead there. John Glenn, who, the astronaut, as I'm sure you probably know, was the special guest star for this episode. And there are sixes throughout the entire thing. I'm going to show you guys some creepy clips that you have to see it to believe it. Keep in mind that this came out before YouTube, really. And I'm not sure if they realized that we would eventually see through their signs and symbols, which will be their downfall, of course. But nonetheless, here we are, and here we go. I got a lot of things I'd like to say, but I'm not going to tie you up too long. I don't want to bore you to death. But once again, keep in mind, these guys are wolves in sheep's clothing. They lie as easy as they breathe, but of course, this video is for entertainment purposes only. And we'll talk more at the end of the video. So check out this clip, and once again, thank you so much for checking this out. Talk to you soon.
Now listen, I'm going to tell you what I did this for.
Back in those glory days, I was very uncomfortable when they asked us to say things that I didn't want to say and deny other things.
I am so mad at you, Frasier.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm mad too, so just bring it on.
Some people ask, were you alone out there? We never gave the real answer, and yet we've seen things out there, strange things.
This is my project, and I asked you not to try to take control, and now you've gone behind my back and done just that.
The project didn't even give me a fair shake.
Well, if I didn't, it was because I was trying to protect myself, because you can be so bossy sometimes.
But we know what we saw out there, and we couldn't really say anything, and the bosses were scared of this. They were afraid of War of the Worlds type stuff, and about panic in the streets, and so we had to keep quiet, and now we only see these things in our nightmares, or maybe in the movies, and some of them are pretty close to being the truth.
All right, Roz. I'll admit that maybe I was being a little too assertive, all right? But the least you could do is admit that perhaps you were a bit different. Assertive, all right? But the least you could do is admit that perhaps you were a bit...
Some are pretty close to being the truth.
All right, Roz. I'll admit that maybe I was being a little too assertive, all right? But the least you could do is admit that perhaps you were a bit...
Baby, I hear the blues are calling, tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Mercy. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe, but I got you pegged. Ha, 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 ha. But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. Scrambled eggs all over my face. What is a boy to do? Good night, everybody.
I'm pretty sure you guys understood what you were seeing there, especially you people who visit this channel, Did you see Martin's eyes? Talk about creepy, right? And then this was in 2001, remember? So they literally thought that nobody would know what they were doing or what they're saying or doing. And even if you look around Frasier's apartment, there's so many things there that just point to the big club and who they serve. And here's a little interesting fact you might not know, but in the big club, there's offerings that are mandatory, and it usually has to be a close loved one, a family member. And if you research all these A-list celebrities, you'll see they've all lost someone very close to them in a tragic way. For example, John Travolta lost his son to a toilet accident. He fell off and hit his head, passed away. John Travolta was also a Scientologist, or like Mike Tyson's daughter, who got strangled by the cord to the treadmill she was playing on. And every time these freak accidents happen, of course, the celebrities are somewhere else in another country, nowhere to be be found when it happens, so they can't be held accountable. And like I said, this is for entertainment purposes only. But the list goes on. I mean, it's so long and extensive. I had to check and see if Kelsey Grammer lost anybody close to him, and sure enough, he lost his sister to a murder. She just happened to get stabbed 42 times. Imagine that. 4 plus 2. Oh, I hate talking about this stuff, but it's out there. But it's for entertainment purposes only. I wanted to throw this still capture in there from season 9, episode 18. There's the numbers all over again, which every time they do this blatant symbolism, the numbers are going to match. And like 9 plus 1 plus 8 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. Which 9 is the big club master number. And trip 6 equals 18. You guys know. And of course, you see the 3-3 there, which is being worn by Frasier's son, the kid who plays Frasier's son in the show. This is at a spelling bee, and there's your pillar. They just so happen to be looking at the woman in red, which is another symbolic gesture they throw in there. But, you know, this show gets pretty creepy at times. And, for instance, like this girl. You gotta watch her in lifetime. You guys should watch season 9, episode 18. It's pretty wild. And check out some of the audience members. You really, these still captures are not doing it justice. But I think I'm going to wrap it up for this one, folks. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I know we're not a big crowd here on Reality Unadorned, but that's what makes us so special, because you guys rock. And once again, thank you. Please stay tuned. Please hit